in Zimbabwe. I know some of you guys, you know ZCC in South Africa. The headquarters are in Limpopo, Moria. So I am going to do, you know, part 1, part 2 of these two churches so that you can know about these churches. Simply because of now, we are in a space whereby everything that you want to know now, we get the information from the white media. You know, I just watched Newsroom. They were there on the freeway, you know, just outside Boeing, and they were talking about the situation. They were saying they have seen the President Cyril Ramaphosa go in there to speak with the leader of ZCC, and they've seen Dr. Zweli Mkhize also went there to speak with the leader so that they can see what they can do. Because we all know that ZCC in South Africa, normally when it comes to Easter, there will be millions of people who are going there. There will be buses and all sorts of transport. There will be a huge traffic that flows to Limpopo, you know, during Easter. And this year it is quiet, especially from last year, it is quiet simply because of in the history of the church since it was formed, the church has never been closed. You know, Moria has never been closed in a way that people don't know what to do and what to expect. You know, now you can see that what is happening is bigger than us. You know, what is happening is bigger than us. And today I just sat down and I was online and I saw the Zimbabwean branch online. They were like having the Sunday service this past Sunday, which is yesterday, online, which they did it by Zoom, and they were discussing some of the things, and I was shocked to see their UK branch. I was shocked to see their USA and Canada choir, and I was so shocked to see them that they are growing and they are like dominating Europe. You know, I was just shocked to see them, and I've noticed something, that the uniform is a bit different though. The name is the same. It's Zion Christian Church, the Zim one. Even in South Africa, it's Zion Christian Church. They all use star. They all use the green cloth. They all use the black cloth before they put the badge. But now, the South African black cloth, it is round. And the Zimbabwean black cloth, it is 4-corner. That's how you can differentiate when somebody is wearing a badge. You're like, oh, this is the branch from Zim. So I started to do some research, wanting to know more of this gentleman who opened the church in Zim. And I find out that he was a member of ZCC back in the days here in South Africa. And he just branched off. He just decided to go to Zim, and he started his own church. And when I see those pictures, and I was like, wow. And that church now, they say, is the biggest church in Zim. Man. And by the time he passed away, the membership of that church was like 250,000. And now it's about 3 times that number, you know. And they did an interview with Sunday News in Zim when they were interviewing the bishop. Let me get the names right. When they were interviewing Dr. Bishop Nehemiah Mutendi. He is the current one. He is the one who is operating everything, because he was born in 1939. Now the interview, guys, it's amazing. I'm going to break down the interview because they did the interview and they wrote everything. But the church leader, the founder of the church, is Samuel Mutendi. He is the gentleman that I saw there. And man, black people are building churches which last for many years. He was born 1880. He passed away on 1976. Oof. Why are we getting the information from the white media all the time? What I'm just talking about right now, I get it from Wikipedia. When the white media is reporting these things, it's great news. It is great news. The journalists are doing a great job. But when a black person is reporting this thing or is talking about this thing, they say the person is exposing the church. But we should talk about these things, because now we are having children, and our children need to know about people who looks like them, who started something and make it big. When you see them starting churches and now they're going to UK, they're going to all these places, and their churches are successful, because I saw the Zim branch, it even have, schools whereby they're educating kids. They just want their students to be more academic. They want them to focus more into science and sports. They are currently doing it. I'm going to share some pictures with you. And when the current bishop, let me get his name right, Dr. Bishop Nehemiah Mutendi, he said he is the 6th son of Samuel. They call him 6th son of Reverend Samuel Mutendi. Sorry for just calling him with the first name. They call him Reverend. I have to pay respect for him. And this young man, Nehemiah, was born in 1939. Now, he is telling the story now on the interview. He said when his father started the church in Zim, it was a problem, because the police, they didn't want him there. And the traditional leaders, they didn't want him there, because of now he gave a speech. And when he gave a speech, he started to speak in tongues. So now, when he speak in tongues, people were shocked because they couldn't understand what he was saying. And now they started a rumor of saying he can transform himself at night to become this prey, or to become this animal that is eating their livestock. They were complaining about their cows have been, missing, their sheep has been eaten by something, and they were blaming the reverend of saying now he is finishing their livestock. So they arrested him time after time. You can go online and check out that interview, guys. It's a beautiful interview. It's a great interview. It's very informative. He revealed that his father was arrested so many times, but fortunately they always release him. And because of now they were struggling to pray in public, simply because of they didn't want him to continue with that. They said the more he prays, the more he get power, and he, eat all their livestock. And now he decided to go and pray at night. And most of the time where he's going to pray, he used to tell people who are going with him that they need to walk backwards, so that now they can deceive the people who will come and do some investigation if they're following them, so that they can pray. Sometimes they have to go to the sugarcane farms and go and pray to those places until 1939, when he was born, and it was during World War, and the father decided to speak with the lawyer so that they can help him, so that he can register the church, so that they can pray freely. And when you check some of the articles, you will realize that so many top politicians, they've been in that church. And I've seen even the late president of Zim, Robert, there was an article where it was written that he donated something like $2 US, to the church. The church is big, guys. I was just shocked. But growing up in SA, since my grandfather and my grandmom, they were in ZCC, and my mom was also in ZCC, and I grew up there in ZCC. So there were so many things that we used to hear, that there is a branch in Zim, but actually they're using names, they're using everything that we are using, but they are not the same, ZCC, like they don't go under the church of the ZCC branch in South Africa. Like they just broke off, they are doing their own thing, they are having their own tax payments, they're having their own thing. It's just a different church, but using the same name, And I know so many people, they don't know about this church, and it's just unfortunate, guys, because we have to get all this information from the white media. And when you get that, they tell you what they want to tell you. So what if maybe there is still an information from the ground of people who have been there, who know some of the things? Yeah, people are sharing stories there and there when you're in Moria, because I spent lots of time in Moria. So I got some crazy stories to share. If you want to hear more stories, guys, you can subscribe to the channel. I'm going to tell you some of the crazy stories which happened in Moria. Because if the white media can go there and report stuff. Why don't we? So subscribe, guys, to see the part 2 of the storytelling, because storytellers will tell stories regardless, without any fear, without any favor. They managed to go and get the pictures and everything, and since the bishop allowed everybody to get a picture of the mountain Muria and stuff, that means it's okay. As long as we don't say those crazy stuff about the church, I think it's perfectly fine. I think it's about time a black child should have a freedom to speak about certain things which are close to him, because now we are suffering from fear. There are certain things that are your everyday subjects, or they are your everyday rituals, or they are things that you're doing all the time, but you cannot even open your mouth and speak about them, simply because of, if you speak about them, there is this and that can happen to you. But when somebody who's from the Western space come and speak about those things, it's like great journalism. How ironic is that? Guys, I appreciate you guys showing me love and support. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to drop storytelling this time. I'm going to focus on forms, and I'm going to focus on spirituality, and I will do there and there of K53 driver's license to help my brothers and sisters. I just want to focus on certain things. I just don't want to talk about politicians anymore. I just want to do things that can help us as black people to understand that we can be great if we want to be great, you know. And it's up to us. Right now, it's not the fact or the thing of we have to go and wait for somebody to come and give us something. We have the content, we have the stories that we want to tell. We can start telling our own stories, and we rise with our own content. I appreciate you guys showing me love and support. Look at what Al Jazeera is doing. Look at what BBC is doing. They are doing documentaries in Africa. They even have BBC Africa. It is what it is. I appreciate you guys showing me love and support. Thank you.